What up, world? It's your boy Big Willie, aka the Pac Mac. I do apologize that my video is coming late today, but I had to go vote, and I think y'all should go out and vote. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Let's see. We've got a banned and restricted announcement for Arena, and as you can see, Leyline of Resonance has been banned in best of one in the best of one formats, um, and it is in banned. It is not banned in best of three or limited, but it's also banned in it's suspended in Arena Alchemy best of one and best of three constructed pending a rebalance. In case you did not know, Leyline of Resonance is really just it's made the fastest deck even faster. Mono red and red white has been just running the game roughshod, and it's just crazy how you can sit there and just be like, okay, any single target spells, I get to get a copy of it. So like all these pump spells, and they only lose one card if it was on 2-year standard, by the way, and that's Cacophony Scam. So it's like it's just really crazy. But they kind of explain the decision. Honestly, I think it's I think it's a correct ban. I think it's needed because mono red is literally just like it's ruining, like the mono red, the red white, like little just there's so many dumb things, and it's so quick, and it's so very much a dominant / coin flippy type deck, as far as like the percentages, the win percentages go. So it makes sense why Leyline of Resonance, which just makes that deck infinitely better, that it got banned. I actually just got done checking on Arena about the ban and ended up playing against a game against a buddy of mine, and of course he's playing mono red and he's playing all the ley lines and all that stuff, and it was just like, yeah, we know this deck. It's like you got to play fast or don't play at all. Um, it is what it is, and that's part of the reason why, like, I don't really like mess with Arena as much, because it's just like it's still the game, and it's good to use to learn, but part of the game is about the gathering and about talking to people and about being social, which is also another reason why I like playing Commander a little bit more. I'll sweat when it comes to playing like tournaments and stuff, but till then it's like, it is what it is. But yeah, they've basically said, hey, we're banning this, and I don't blame them. But that is not what the video is all about today. I just wanted to make sure we pop that news in first. Let's go ahead and get to the meat. So they have announced the Commander format panel. Basically, there's been a whole big up in arms about the whole thing with the Commander thing that's changing, and they've kind of announced what they're doing, at least part of it. So they've got basically a panel of different creators, all sorts of stuff that are basically saying, hey, look, this is going to be who's going to like kind of help with the decisions that Wizards are going to make towards like Commander bans, Commander unbans, all that jazz. So they have the Commander format panel, and it's inspired by the Pauper format panel, which is basically a group of people that decide the stuff about Pauper. They're doing the same thing with Commander, but the Commander like had several groups that ran it, the rules committee and the advisory group, and basically like the first thing they wanted to do was offer positions to everybody who was on the rules committee and the CAG, which I mean is correct. It's correct, but it's also, like, are we going to keep the same status quo? Is things going to be really different? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, not trying to shoot no shade or nothing, but, the end of the day, this decision still is in Wizards' hands. You know, like, how likely are you going to, how much are y'all going to, like, consider what the group says in earnest, because that's what happened with this last man that, the commander advisory group wasn't consulted, which was their whole job, is to be consulted before any big decisions happens, and none of that happened. So, what I'm saying, like, that's, just trying to keep it 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I hope that y'all sit there and really sit there and discuss and delve and decide, fairly on, like, the decisions that are made. If anyone of these people are seeing this, yes, no, I mean, just, like, be 100% about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as far as, like, Wizards goes, like, like, if you're gonna consider a group, consider the group. But I do like some of the names that are on this list. Actually, I don't know any of them in person, but I've followed a lot of their works. And I really hope that, things are gonna just, like, hopefully go a lot smoother. I mean, they were going, decently until this last one, which got everyone up in arms, and it's got a lot of people up in arms still. So, who knows? We just gotta just really, like, keep it. I'm glad that they're keeping it, like, at a year. I do think that it's something that I honestly think that I don't know if the 17 is enough. I mean, I'm not saying you should have a too many cooks situation, but, like, not everyone plays the same, and that's, like, the big thing about Commander. Is that, there's some people who really just, like, who follow, like, I'm one of that follows the rule list. You know what I'm saying? To the most part. But I also definitely have rule zero conversations because I play silver border cards sometimes. I ask beforehand, which is the whole purpose of Rule Zero. But, what I'm saying, like, I like playing uncards and stuff, and I think that it should be a thing. Some people don't. You know, it is what it is. Man, I need to turn off that snooze. Okay. Um, but they pretty much. Sorry. They pretty much go through and explain why they've done what they've done. And they said that they're putting it to where it's like a year. They've signed on for a year. And then they said that they're going to have rotating people. So, hey, some people rotate on, some people rotate off. That's really cool. I do like that. And they said the number of people go down. 17 plus himself is a huge group, and I think that's small because millions of people play Commander, and not everyone plays the same way. Not everyone plays like they play on Commander at Home or on Tolarian Community College or on the Command Zone or on Tabletop Jocks, or on Scry Babies. Like, all of them play differently, and they play the same somewhat, but they also play differently, and it's everyone does something different. And I think that I do think that this bracket system that they're trying to make is going to tie that up in a whole, like, to, like, kind of get everybody on, like, a easier thinking playing field. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that, I'm saying, I'm not saying 17 is small, but I'm also saying that, like, millions of people play this game, and not, all 17 of these people have everybody's, thoughts in mind. and that's the same for me. I don't have everyone's thoughts in mind, which is why I'm like, hey, look, you know, because I only know my play groups and I know where I play at, and you know what I'm saying, and I kind of get with I'm welcome to play with new people, and I always play with new people, and not everybody operates the same way. I had a friend of mine on Monday that had a sideboard because of the learn cards, and I'm like, there's no sideboards in Commander, but at the same time you're still allowed to have like outside attractions, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that not everybody knows, because I made sure to look at that rule like specifically before I even built my Mr. House deck, which is littered with attractions. I was like, man, do I have to like cut 12 cards so I can have these 12 attractions or what? And it's like, no, you can have those 12 attractions separately. I was like, really? Okay, like you can do that, but you can't have a sideboard. Like, interesting. It's just one of those things that like a lot of people don't discuss, and people should discuss more. And it should be a well-known thing, you know. But they're working with it and doing some things, and they're trying to work on the bracket system. I'm wondering what they're going to do about I know they're not banning anything new, but I wonder if they're going to unban anything. I still have to put out an unban video. We're going to figure that out. But as far as the list goes, they got Attack on Cardboard, Bandit from Bandit MTG, Benjamin Wheeler, Charlotte Sable, Daquan Watson, Power Dragon. That dude's cool. Deco, Greg Sablin, Itatu. I've never heard of them, but I'll check them out. Josh Lee Kwai. I do appreciate some of the stuff he said lately, and a little talk he had with the professor, like just owning up to his side. I agree. I just agree. Like, it was well said, well done. Kristen Gregory, Louis Stardust, her stuff is cool. Scry Babies are amazing. Go check them out. Olivia Gobert Hicks, Commander at Home, go check them out. Rachel Weeks, Rebel Lily, Scott Larrabee, Tim Willoughby, and Toby Elliott. So it's a really cool group. But like I said, I only know half of these, well, not even half of these people off of just stuff that they've done on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know everyone's intentions. I don't know everyone's goals. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how things are going to be done. Like stuff like what happened this last ban announcement is kind of really seriously thought about and discussed and really seriously analyzed before it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not throw bricks into these waters, because like Commander is a slow moving format, and when you do something like that causes literal shockwaves in like everybody's community, like everybody's Magic community. It's like, I'm not saying don't make a statement, but you know what I'm saying, like, really seriously think about it first. Really seriously discuss with all your people. Really serious. I ain't saying you got to sit there and poll everybody on the internet, because that's just impossible. But like, be serious about it. Have a conversation. Talk about it. Discuss it. Figure it out before you really go through with it, and just realize the consequences. There's consequences of every action. Every action has an equal reaction. It's just happening, and that's just the way it is. But either way it goes, hey, I hope y'all had a great day. As always, I am blessed and happy to see y'all. Really forgot to do that at the beginning, but it's okay, because it has been a crazy, 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 crazy day. as like I said before, you get a chance and you are able to vote. If you are in the States, go vote. Go vote. Vote early. Vote. Like, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm just telling you need to go vote, because it's something that people have fought and died for, that we have the freedom to do. And, I'm going to exercise that as possible. And as always, don't forget, regardless of where you are, what you play, it is all about the gathering. Period. Full stop. All about the gathering. Either way it goes, hit me up, like, comment, subscribe, and holla at your boy. Peace.